So I'm finally back doing another one take. We're going to start in port this time because the Regolo is a ship that I've been dreading playing a little bit. That's the reason we haven't had much of one takes in the past couple of weeks. We're going to run a couple different builds. To start with, I have this kind of hybrid conceal build with a little bit of main guns focus here. I really find this ship difficult to play. We're probably going to switch concealment out and go like a full gun build eventually, but we'll see how that goes in our couple of games here. I just can't believe the gun range here. This ship, 11.5 kilometer gun range. It's as far as it can go. The concealment's not great, and of course, if this was like the Paulo Emilio, which is the premium Italian DD at tier 9, we'd have insane YOLO torps, and we just don't. They don't do nearly as much damage, and they don't go nearly as fast. Although we do have some range, so they are decent zoning torpedoes. Let's hop into the first one and see how it goes. I haven't really played this ship all that much, so this might not be as educational as some of the other one takes, but we're going to have some fun. Could be much more entertaining watching me suffer through this one a little bit. I don't really recommend this line, and I don't think very many people do. It's just a little bit awkward to play. And that really sums up a lot of the Italian ships, honestly. They have some massive strengths to them. SAP is a ridiculous ammo type, and we'll probably see that in these games a little bit, especially if we get into some DD engagements where we're the support ship, not the one leading the charge. That would be ideal here. Yeah, we got a lot of DD friends that we can go with. Everyone has better conceal than us, so if we can meet up with, you know, let's say the Holland out here and we go support him, something like that would be a really good thing to do. We already have 2 DDs out here towards C, so I don't really want to go there. No carrier, which is very lucky for us. There is a sub to deal with. How much radar? That's always something you want to check. So Plymouth, Petro both have radar. Definitely want to know what ships have the radar, and then maybe wait on being aggressive until you know where those ships actually are. It's very, very strong things to do. We have a lot of HP though, 30,000 HP. No heal on this ship, but we do get the special Italian smoke screens, which are very, very strong for getting into bad situations or getting out of them too, if you time it right. And a ridiculously strong engine boost as well. So maybe timing a smoke screen to start an engagement, and then once your smoke screen runs out, use your engine boost to get out of harm's way, perhaps, kind of way, and I hope you live a little longer. That's something you can definitely try here. The damage output is really strong against DDs at close range. And I think the reason, at least my theory here, the reason this ship doesn't have as much range is because it'd be a little bit too strong with a lot of range if you allowed it to just gunboat like a Kleber would, let's say. SAP is a very, very devastating ammo type. Notice we pen 38 millimeters. It's kind of ridiculous. Considering these are just little DD guns, they're pretty strong. And with this build, you can see 7.2 kilometer concealment. That's around a kilometer and a half more than a lot of the stealthy DDs at tier 10. So that's where I want to be, maybe a kilometer behind this Holland. And then hopefully we're going to get into a really, really strong position here where we can just be that support ship. That's the idea here. We'll see how it actually ends up going. Sometimes things don't exactly go to plan, of course. Maybe we'll torp a little bit. They're more zoning torps, you know? So I don't really want to push too aggressively. Okay, so there's the Petro. Let's see. Is he radaring the Holland right now? He is. So the Petro has used his radar. We might actually get spotted here. I don't really want to. Ooh, interesting. There's something else here. Okay, fair enough. I'll use a smoke. We have 6 of them, so we can afford to use a lot of them. Okay, a Balau is pretty spooky. I'm assuming this vampire is just going to slowly move forward here. Okay, the Monty gets him. Very, very good. Plymouth has a radar. So both radars here. That is, well, that's not ideal. That is not ideal as ADD. But hey, they are, at least the Plymouth is YOLOing a little bit, I would say. Let's use our speed boost here to get out of this. Don't want to eat those torps. Our Holland has taken a massive beating, but we've done decent in return, I guess. He does have a heal, which is good, although I don't know if he's actually going to be able to get away because he's still within that radar. So it's difficult to approach a submarine, right? Homing torps are a very fun thing. Oh man, this poor Holland, bro. This Shimakaze we should just go kill. That is a free kill. So, not the best start as a team, but I think I can torp behind him. My torps are slow enough. Yeah, let's go kill this Shima really quick. So, as a support DD, we can do good things there. Unfortunately, our Holland took a little bit too much. See, if I was alone on this flank, it'd be very, very difficult for us to even accomplish what we did there, because I'd get spotted so much sooner, and then I'd just have to smoke up and run away. Got to play much more passive a lot of the time when you're alone. But using DDs as support is really, really handy. Let's see if we can deal with this Shima here. We are pretty quick, so rotating around the map can be very, very useful. We're spotted. Surely, yeah, there we go. Now let's see how much we're gonna do. 4 hits for 4,000 damage. The sap is nasty, guys. It's really good. So all our damage has been done to destroyers and submarines at this point. So the actual damage numbers are probably going to be pretty low here. And yet we're going to do relatively well for battle impact, right? We're giving up that flank pretty hard though, unfortunately. But we should win this kill here with the Shima. Another 5 hits. Let's get damage in. Of course, I should be a little concerned about eating torps, YOLOing in this hard, but the gearing should spot the Shima here soon. 1 set. We do avoid this one. Hello. You don't have another set, please. Turret's not quite fast enough to keep up in that situation. But hey, we get the DD. That's nice. And now we can go in and take B. We're kind of wolf packing as a bunch of DDs here. That can be pretty strong. And we haven't taken that much damage early. So because of that, I can play more aggressive into the mid and late games. Generally, that's what I want to do in a lot of these ships that don't have a heal. I want to try and play a little safer earlier on. And that way, later in the game, I can kind of bully people with our extra HP. All our DDs are here, but if that Plymouth is, like, here, I mean, we just die, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No, he's running away. That's good. We know the Petro's on his way back. He's got a pretty short duration radar. I'm not too worried. So the Summers is really what we want to go find next. And we can go farm battleships as well. Alright, so we are spotted. Pop a speed boost. Which way do we think he is? He's over here. Okay. So we got a bunch of DDs here to help us. With this guy, hopefully. Not the best shot there, certainly. Again, oh, he just... Alright, fair enough. He's angling properly. Good for him. How's our torps going to do against this Petro? Anything? Okay, we only got 1. Not amazing. Wow, is there. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Now, let's just back out of this situation. Hope that our guys can do good work against the Petro here. What's our smoke fire? I actually didn't check. Oh, you do have your radar. I'm gonna use my repair here to get our engine back. And that way we should reverse around this island. And be okay-ish. Our torps are back if he does decide to full YOLO in here. But it looks like we're doing okay as a team. Honestly, 43k, being able to play around islands like this, I'm okay with a game like this, honestly. I don't have my smoke. Otherwise, it might be an idea to YOLO in here. We don't know where the sub went, which is pretty terrifying. I'm wondering if the Summers is coming back this way. He is! There's those battle instincts. Let's go. 5k! Sap salvo! Oh my goodness. Pretty good damage. Okay, he's done. Need my engine here.
Danno critico al motore. Problema risolto, signore.
I think we're dead. All right, got into it a little bit too much. But I think our team is pretty well set up for a win here. I hope. That Petro got really far in. But hey, a decent-ish game, I guess. I'm not really sure what to expect out of this ship, I'll be honest, guys. Unfortunately, this one did end in a defeat for us, but we did okay with Regolo. I suppose if I had been a little more careful, probably shouldn't have let myself get stuck in there. But the damage output was okay, I suppose. We were going for that more stealthy approach this game, of course. But let's try one without concealment on the commander. Let's see how it goes. I do believe I still want all those upgrades, though. So just buff up the main guns as much as we can. And then either incoming fire alert or turret traverse. And yeah, let's just do incoming fire alert. Makes it easy to know when somebody's shooting at us from range. Gives us a little hint that we should be dodging a little bit more than we already are. And I'll leave that about the same as well. This gives us 8-kilometer detection, which is not great, but it does give us more DPM. Maybe that's good in situations where we want to farm a battleship or a cruiser or something like that. We can do that against cruisers with our sap shells. Of course, we have the smokes to give us some protection when people start to focus on us, allow us to get away. We'll try and play that style a little bit more. I typically have been playing it as a bit of a DD hunter, and you saw that in the first game. That was kind of my tendency to focus on the DDs, trying to kill them rather than farming, since that feels like its role a little bit more to me, down to that lack of gun range, really. If I wanted to farm with DD guns, really I'd be switching over to a Kleber or something like that. Something with more gun range that allows me to not have to be within 10 kilometers of something. That is really the key here. As soon as we see like a secondary ship, for example, well, I don't ever want to open up on a Schlieffen within his secondary range as a DD, especially now that they changed the way those secondaries aim. A little better at aiming and leading DDs. They didn't actually mess with dispersion at all, just the aim point against destroyers. This game will be arms race, so, you know, not exactly the best look at what DDs are going to be capable of in a standard battle, for example, but we'll give it a go. Maybe this can show off some of the strengths of this ship a little bit more. Do have a Regolo friend here. That's nice to see. Super ships, unfortunately, but we don't really have radar to deal with. And no CV. There's one sub. Let's give it a go. We'll try and do some flanking plays here, I guess. Maybe, depending on where the buffs spawn, we might have to YOLO in for some buffs. Yeah, like that heal buff, right? Like that's a perfect example of something we can just uniquely go and get ourselves if we're playing a lot of arms race. That is something that a fuel smoke allows us to accomplish a little bit easier. I've always enjoyed these exhaust smoke generators on the Italian ships. Ever since they came out on the Italian cruisers, I thought they were really cool. I'm just sad the base ship feels like it got nerfed a little bit too much alongside that cool gimmick and the sap gimmick, I suppose, too. We don't have a lot of support here. We have a Schlieffen. It's kind of cool. And And we should outgun most things, but we do get outspotted by everything, right? So that's kind of the downside here. Let's not get too aggressive here. It's a minute until it actually spawns. All right. Odds are the enemy DD is just going to be sitting in here as well. Oh, someone hits hello. Hi. Odds are the enemy DD is just going to be sitting in here waiting to get the buff. So I'm just going to hold here outside of this detection here so we just don't get spotted, right? Kind of the goal at the moment. 30 seconds. All right. Let's start rolling into this cap here. See if we can't get it. Yeah, so we get spotted right away. It's fine.
Generatore di fumo avviato.
Those torps aren't actually for the Clausewitz, by the way. I'm assuming he's going to die to Schlieffen. So I'm hoping to find a DD or something over here. Trying to stay out of the Clausewitz Hydro here for now. But we also see the smoke screen, right? So, there is a smoke screen here, which means if we have some support, we can definitely... Multiple DDs here. Well, we'll see. Let's pop out, see what happens. Yamagiri. Alright, that could go poorly for us. To be fair, he's not looking at us though, which is nice. And we go dark. Oh, interesting. See, that's something you could maybe think about not taking range mod for. Those kind of situations would happen more. I don't know if I would want to give that up, but there is a bit of a cool gimmick you could run where you have no gun range, so as soon as the enemy DD smokes up, there's nothing left to spot you. I guess that's kind of cool, right? I don't know. It's tough. Do have a Delarna pushing up with us and a Harugumo. See, now we can play that kind of support role a little more. Oh my goodness, look at the damage. Yamagiri's still in his smoke. I think. I have my smoke. I'm just going to charge him. So now we're getting some more buffs. So keep in mind the damage output will be higher here with some of these buffs in play. Okay, torps. Yeah, let's smoke. Oh, I'd assume they would be spotting. That's annoying. Look how much damage we took there just from the GK alone. That's too bad our DDs weren't rolling with us there. So now he gets away. Because if they had just been not hiding behind that smoke there while the attention was all on me, we definitely kill that Yamagiri for sure. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, we lost like half of our HP there. That feels pretty bad. But the sap damage, you know, it adds up. But GK again with secondaries like that, it hurts. It hurts to open up on them. Well, we're in secondary range, you know. Ohio Iwami pushing here. Ohio also has some pretty good secondaries. Let's try from here, see if we can't shoot while being undetected. We can. Nice. So that's something else we're going to be looking for opportunities to do, which is just straight up use island cover. Right? Like if we don't have to get spotted while shooting, why would we? Play it a bit more like a cruiser then. And you know, your damage output is a bit like a cruiser, right? Where we're able to do good damage into these battleships, right? With the sap. I might be overleading him. We do have Adrenaline Rush, of course, helping us right now. But yeah, like if you're aiming consistently, 4,000 damage per salvo every 4 seconds, that adds up quick. Now maybe 4,000 is a little bit much to expect, but it's not, I don't know, Sap's a good shell type, right? Like you imagine if you gave this actually like 15 kilometers range. Be pretty nuts. So I don't know. I'm saying that as like a, I understand why it couldn't be a Kleber with sap, but it does make it hard to play sometimes. Although this game we're up to 75k already, and we at least have our HP still, or some of it. How's our guys doing over here? Our Schlieffen's full health running away. That's so sad. Too bad, man. If our Schlieffen had continued to push here, I think they would have been able to kill the GK pretty easily. As well as the Yamagiri. Those two would have died. Let's see if we can get over this island real quick. Try and just help out here, finish this Ohio off. Sap into the superstructures, doing saturated damage, but it's a little bit here and there. Unfortunately, he does have a heal. So we do have to get through that. Okay, good. Those torps probably hit that GK. Very nice. Spooky. All right. Those also get him, right? Nice. He's dead. Okay. I think that means I should probably charge towards the Yamagiri. We'll see. Torp's coming through there. Might be farther this way than I think. Or those are Holland, actually. They're fast. Yeah, there's probably a Holland out here too. Yeah, we're spotted. From where is the question?
La nostra squadra è in vantaggio.
I feel like the Delarno would be spotting whoever's spotting me there. It's gotta be over here. No. I'm undetected. Unless the Yamagiri is like way back here yet. Which is possible. Okay. I think the Yamagiri is. Those are Holland Torps. I think the Yamagiri is back here somewhere. I'll just continue going this way. Try and find the Holland. We just own the middle of the map, right? Unlike the Yamagiri is going to be able to do much. At least from a position down here. Our Haruguma might run into him too. Yeah, we don't want to just chase DDs. Especially if we don't know exactly where they are. I suppose this is a reason to take RPF. If you're looking to really hunt after them. 95k? I mean, damage is kind of there, right? I don't know. We're going to get the middle zone here, and then the game's just going to be over really quick. It's a bit of a hamstring shift. That's the thing I think about it. It feels limited in what you're capable of accomplishing thanks to the gun range. The damage output is actually pretty nice. I've found the torps, you know, they're pretty lackluster, but if you're playing the ship for guns, then hey, guns are great. We're spotted by someone. Kind of feels bad. Try and not eat a ton of secondary damage. Yeah, it's a lot like the Colombo, where I feel so limited by the ship itself that I don't really want to play it in a lot of matches because I find myself wanting to use that extra range or feeling like I can't really do much in certain games. There are games like this where it'll work out a little bit. You know, 112k is by no means amazing damage, I would say, but as far as the game is concerned, we did a pretty good, decent job and won. Oh, this Holland really, really wanted to play the stealth game, unless he's like really low. Weird. Yeah, it's kind of the Italian ships thing. I want to play something that's a little more flexible. Because random battles, especially, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you're going to get that really campy, play at the back of the match, snipey kind of game. And it's going to be very difficult to use the ship. And other times, you're going to be able to play with its gun range and actually make it work. And it's going to look great. And that's kind of the reason I don't play it as much is, sure, we did decent with this ship in this range. But also, we would have done equally as well or maybe better in a Kleber, or if we are using the Colombo as an example, even like a vanilla battleship like Montana or something like that. It's also very tanky. It also has a heavy broadside, right? They're very unique niche ships, and I don't think they're worth getting as your starter ships. Like, if you're new to DDs, if you only have a couple tier 10s, I don't think a lot of the Italian ships are really worth getting quite yet. It's really once you've had that kind of more vanilla experience with your ship class, then you look at the Italian ships. But as far as Italian ships go, I think the Italian DDs are the worst of the Italian ship lines. I think the Venezia is probably the strongest of the Italian tier 10 ships, and Colombo comes kind of in the middle for me. Yeah, don't really play this ship a lot. So maybe those of you that do can let me know in the comments down below and let everyone else know how we should be approaching these ships and what they're very good at. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.